All right, well, did your kids keep up with reading this summer? If not, or maybe if they're struggling in general, I actually talked with, she's a teacher, a mom of 3, and a children's author, Lindsay Ann Fink, who has some tips for you.
How did you know that working with children was your passion, was your calling?
I guess I just always knew. When I was younger, I used to teach my younger sister how to read and how to write and all those fun things, as you do as being the big sister. And then when I went to college, I went to JU, and I thought I really wanted to follow art and education, and that's what I did there. And then after I fell into the Montessori curriculum, and I absolutely loved it. So I was working with children and reading them stories, and I kind of always felt like it ended, like we needed more with the story. I wanted to bring the books alive. So when I had my own children, I would do these projects and these books and these fun things. And that's how I came up with these books with Thomas the Turkey. You're not just reading the book, you're finding his feathers, and it's a fun adventure. Same with Ronnie's Pool. You know, you read the book and you're like, let's get outside, let's dig a hole, let's go build a pool, you know. And then same with The Boy of Joy. You can get outside and find hearts in nature. I like to carry the book along, so.
Well, it's immersive in that sense, you know,
yes.
It's more engaging. So do you want to talk a little bit, just briefly, really quickly, because we have 3 of them here, just a little quick synopsis?
Oh, sure. So The Boy of Joy is about a family who sadly loses their youngest brother, and it's just coming to connect together and find ways of finding their joy in life again. And it's just, you can do it through nature and just by being there for each other. And I've always found hearts in nature, and that's what sparked that book. I was like, this is amazing, we're so connected. And I found my friend's brother who had passed away. I thought this was a good way for them. It was the way that they, you know, were healing. And it was a nice, lovely way to reconnect with loved ones you've lost. And with Ronnie's Pool, my father, when he was younger, he wanted to have a pool. So he asked his dad, and his dad handed him a shovel, and he literally dug the yard up.
No way.
It's true. And I fact checked it with my aunt Arlene, and she said, yes, he did. He dug a pool, and in the wintertime, they turned it into an ice skating rink, which I thought was very cool. So that's the story behind the story. And then with Thomas the Turkey, I couldn't make it home for Thanksgiving one year with my daughter, who was 2 at the time. And I thought, I really want to make something fun and memorable for Thanksgiving for her. So my friend Diane and I came together, and I put this story together, and we did a feather hunt for our 2 kids, and they absolutely loved it. And she looked at me and she's like, Lindsay, you have to make this a book. And that was my first book, and I was really happy that I did it. And
that is so cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Kids are getting back into school. I know that a lot of people were addicted to our phones, the screen time. I mean, do you have any tips for getting kids away from the screen and into the stories?
Yeah, what I do with my children is, before they even turn on the screen, I have them go pick out a book, and I'll sit with them, because sometimes it's one of the things that's missing. They want to spend time with you. So if I sit with them and I read with them, or my older one now, she's starting to read herself, so she'll read to me. And that's really exciting too. So if you find the time to just sit with them, you'll find that time gets longer and longer, and they don't ask as quickly to turn the TV on.
I remember when I was a kid, it was like you had to log the month if you read, and if you read a certain amount, you got a pizza coupon, Pizza Hut or something. I don't know if kids still do that, but you know, that helped me to want to do it a little bit more, a little incentive there. But what about kids who may be falling behind? Do you have any tips for parents or educators?
Same thing, just be there with them, and don't don't set high expectations. You know, just be at their level.
No pressure.
Right, yeah, just read with them, let them see you reading. Just sit and, sound the words out if they're really struggling. You know, move your finger along with the words, and eventually it does set in, and they'll get there. But don't pressure. Just make it enjoyable.
But where can people find your book or more information?
You can find the book on lindsayannfink.com. That's my website. You can find it on Amazon or Barnes & Noble's website. And I also have an Instagram page called literature_art_fun. And that has tons and tons and tons of books and activities that you can do with your children if you're looking to do something fun like that.
Very cool. Well, thank you again for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jordan.
If you'd like to see this segment again or get more information, go to firstcoastliving.net.